Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and I'm back with my Falling Back to Basics series. And in today's video we are doing another layout process. If you guys have not seen my latest go-to designs video, definitely check that out. We're talking about stacked designs again today, so that will help you out immensely if you haven't watched it already. In the last process video I posted, we did a stack design with 2 horizontal photos. Today I'm doing a stack design with 2 vertical photos as well as a 4x6 card, but we'll get into that later on. So I'm flipping through all of my papers here in my kit. These photos are from a wedding we went to last summer. Last summer? 2 summers ago. I don't remember anymore. But it's from a wedding we went to, and I really enjoyed putting this layout together. I end up going with the white wood grain background. I think it's supposed to be shiplap, but I'm not 100% sure. And if you guys are looking for details about the products that I'm using, you can also check out my kit share, which I'll have the October How to Kill a Kit with Style playlist linked down below, as well as my Falling Back to Basics series linked down below in case you guys missed anything that you want to catch up on. So here I already pulled in that 4x6 card there. Now here I'm actually measuring my photos. My photos are actually not 4x6. They're like 4x4.5. Now if you go to some printers nowadays, if you take an iPhone photo, for example, any smart social media sort of posted thing, they're generally cropped down in size and pixels, so they generally want to print them a little smaller so they're not blurred out. So that's what happened with these. I didn't want them that size, but if you send photos away, sometimes that's what happens, and they come back in some weird fashion. But that's okay, I continue on anyway. But I just trimmed down my pocket page card, which is just a vellum pink gradient, really beautiful. And I trimmed that down to that 4.5x4 so it matched the rest of my photos here. And you can see we're making those into a stacked piece. Like I said in the other process video as well, I believe Janet over at RTS, she has amazing go-to design videos. She calls this happy horizontal in her design videos. But I consider it more of a stacked. Like I said, when you put photos together side by side like this, you can almost treat them as one photo. So you embellish them around them as one. So you don't have to consider, some things that you'd normally consider if your photos were separate. So this is an easy way to make simpler pages. If you're anything like me, I've been into really simple pages lately. And you can check out more of my process videos over on my Patreon account, where I do lots of different stuff over there, but we've been doing some exclusive process videos this month, some real time, some like this, but just exclusive to over there. But I've had so much fun working with my kit so far, and I really think I might be able to kill it this month. The only problem is there aren't enough days or time in the month for me to post all the videos, so that's what I'm struggling with right now, is if I film a lot of process videos and I don't get them all up in October, those generally get rolled over onto my Patreon, so they get exclusive videos and exclusive content that you can't find here on my normal YouTube channel. Here I have this beautiful floral paper, which is actually a scrap from an 8.5x11 I did over on my Patreon. And I'm going to cut some 1/4 inch, nope, those are 1/2 inch strips, so I can use them as layers. Now this looks pretty similar to the way I did my horizontal stacked layout, if you guys remember that one. Pretty similar, but this design is very easy to duplicate with photos. Like here I'm filling in an extra photo spot with a pocket page card and my title. And that die cut, by the way, that says "Every moment is magical when I'm with you" is just from the die cut pack from Maggie Holmes' Carousel collection. Really love those die cuts, but they're just a little too big, So I had to use this one as a huge title piece by itself to make it work. I'm also pulling in this wood veneer swan, which is from, does this say wood veneer? I meant chipboard. That was a big difference. But this chipboard swan from the Gather collection from Maggie Holmes. Lots of Maggie Holmes on this page. Despite not using any Maggie Holmes paper, it still all works pretty well in my opinion. And here's where the fun starts. As I flip through my sticker book here, again, it's the Maggie Holmes sticker book, I find that the florals match the floral paper pretty well in color. They don't match exactly in style, but that's okay in my opinion. And I also pulled out this beautiful tag. Now I thought about doing hidden journaling on this tag, which is really fun to do. It's just very hard to pull off if you have a lot of small layers like I do on this particular page. So I opt not to do that. I'm just going to do some journaling strips later on, or some handwritten journaling if that's what I desire later on when I do the journaling on this page. But here I'm going to start building out my clusters. Now, when you usually hear about scrapbooking, you hear about visual triangle or the rule of threes, etc. But I find that when a layout's like this, sometimes all you need is 2 clusters, and that's perfectly okay. I did this on my last layout as well, so you guys remember there was a cluster in the top left and a cluster in the bottom right. That's just the diagonal I usually prefer, but you could definitely do top right and bottom left if you prefer that diagonal. Really depends on your mood, really depends on what you're looking for. But I really like using these sticker books with die cuts, like tags, for example, or the wood veneer, or the chipboard swan. Those will help anchor the stickers into a full cluster. Now, I did just do a video about the stickers into DIY embellishment clusters, and I have the next video that's going up will be using one of those, so get excited about that. And you can guess wish below if you're interested in guessing. But here I'm just building out the clusters with some floral pieces. I picked out some of those word stickers. Here I'm coming in to test out some of these puffy stickers, which are from the same collection from Maggie Holmes. And then there's labels. Labels are a great piece to include in your clusters. They let you have somewhere to put the date. They let you have somewhere to put your journaling if you have a little bit. They're really versatile, and they add stability to clusters. They really do. I don't know if it's just because they're usually square or what, but just the solidness of it really helps pull it together. Now, before we go any further, we need to start gluing everything down. I usually don't go this far into a layout without having glued down my photos yet. They should at least be glued down to their main base by now, but I'm finally getting to it. What's really nice is I'll have this pink border across the top and bottom that matches them pretty well, helps them pop because there's a lot of warm tones in the photos, and then also some cool tones, but this pink is rather cool tone. So it really works well with these photos, despite them being in 2 different locations, but they were still, one was outdoor, one was indoor. So you have that really difference in lighting. You have some bright lighting from outside, and then you have that yellow lighting from indoors, but it all works quite well. Here's where I trimmed my tag. It was sad to do. I kept the bottom piece, which is a nice butterfly. I just thought that'd be cool if it was a hidden journaling spot, but I didn't have a way to easily attach the thin floral strips that'll go down the sides without having to skip that whole section. So I just leave it as is and not do hidden journaling. But I'm going to glue down these floral strips, which again, absolutely adore this floral pattern. I want to use that on every single layout I can. And I did use it as a full background for an 8.5 by 11 layout recently. Really loved that one as well. Just look at those colors, guys. I can't get over these spring colors. They're just really speaking to me right now. And I'm really excited to keep using them through October. And I hope you guys are having a great scrappy October. I know that October is just flying by, but I've really had some fun working on these projects. I just got glue all over my photo. Don't glue things over your photo, or don't add glue to things while you're holding it over your photo. I just dropped my tag there, but it'll be okay as long as I can use my glue eraser and get them off, which it was fine. At least it's liquid glue and not something crazy that couldn't be rubbed off that easily. So I'm going to glue down that tag there and start placing my stickers once again. Added an extra leaf sticker to build out that and give it more of an organic shape to that flower. Another flower on the top right of that tag. Now I don't add any twine through this tag, but like I said in a different process video, I just watched a bunch of Becky Bidding's process videos where she has pre-made bows made of like crochet thread, so with thinner thread, that she just glues onto her tags so they look like they're through the loop itself, but they're just sitting there. But I think one of those would look really cute on this layout, so I think I have to go make some of those and find my crochet thread somewhere. But here I'm gluing down my title piece. Now, since this is vellum, it is usually difficult to glue it on. What I'm doing is just adding adhesive to where the die cut will be, so it's all hidden from the viewer of the page, so that way they don't have to look at glue splatters everywhere on this page. As I start gluing everything down, things start to fall into place. What you'll see here is that I use that beautiful swan as like a little topper for the label that I put down. Now, since the swan is facing off the page, I pictured that this layout would go essentially into the left-hand side of my album. So it'll be a left page versus a right page, mainly because the swan takes your eye right off the page and hopefully it goes into something else, hence the right page. But we'll see where it lands. I don't put my albums together as I go. I usually wait till I have a giant stack of layouts to put away before I put them away, so we'll see how that ends up in the album. But this layout is almost complete. As you can tell, I'm just going through and adding a few more little bits. I added some more gold foil. I really love those small gold foil hearts that are in the sticker books. And while I have used the sticker book a lot, I feel like I personally haven't made a lot of progress in it. I think it still needs a lot more love to, you know, be put onto more projects, and I'm really glad to be including them generally in my kits. It'd be really nice if I could use one on every single one of my layouts. I only have 3 sticker books, but I am trying to make the progress through them to really make a dent in them so I can buy more because I really like them. Here I'm going to add a couple of enamel dots. Now I only have 3 of this beautiful peach colors left, but they match pretty well with this color scheme. And these are just Pink Fresh Studio enamel dots I have in my stash. So I end up using those in a couple places just to add something else, but not too much. And with that, that's all I add. I will say that this layout took longer than I would usually expect, but I had a lot of fun doing all these sticker embellishing. So here you can see, the first cluster in the top left, got a piece of chipboard up there as well. The title piece there on top of the vellum, which I think is really fun. And then the chipboard swan with a crown, and then the label there. But that's it for this process video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!